Hello everyone, my name is Lynn and welcome to Lotus Wave Yoga and Fitness. So today we're going to do a little workout that is going to be all about the arms and also working the upper body, so the chest and also the sides of your body. So let's just get started with some warm-up. So just standing here with your feet hip-width distance apart, we're going to simply bring one arm up and swing it back and then switch. So just nice and easy, really working on maximizing the stretch, so really reaching forwards and reaching back. Always breathing in and out as best you can. So try to keep your body still without rocking forwards and back. So if you look at the side, you're not rocking like this. You want to keep your body still and you just want to really focus on moving the arms. Keeping the shoulders soft and just really warming up those shoulders. As you can see, my German Shepherd mix, Benny, he's not quite ready for the workout. He's still resting. But you never know, he may decide to join us. So just keep it going, a few more like this. Really feeling that you're starting to warm up those arms and those shoulders. Good, and then just slowly bringing your arms down. You can shake it out if you want. And from here, we're just going to stretch out the neck. We hold a lot of tension in the neck, and I find that it's a really good thing to stretch it out as much as you can. So just tilting your head to the right shoulder, and then very gently bringing it back. Left shoulder, and chin to chest. And just continue. Take your time, especially when you put your head back. You want to be soft about it, and you want to keep the shoulders relaxed. Just one more circle. Good. Now from here we're going to do the same thing in the opposite direction. So always be mindful where it concerns the neck. You want to be gentle with yourself. Just one more circle here. Excellent. Then we're going to stretch the arms up. And we're just going to grab our left wrist with our index and thumb and stretch it all the way up and then stretch it all the way to the right. And just kind of gazing under your arm. Coming back up to center. Same thing on the other side. So stretch it up and then across. And gently turn to look under your arm. Coming back to center, once more on each side. So see if you can go maybe a little further. So your hips are pushing to the left and your arms are reaching to the right. Coming back up and other side. So always reach up first and then reach across. So your hips are pressing out to the right. Your arms are reaching out to the left. And slowly coming back up, taking the arms down. And then taking the shoulders all the way up to your ears roll them back and press them down. Inhale up, exhale back and down. Really getting all that tension out of the shoulders. One more time. And then in the opposite direction. So taking the shoulders back, up, front, and down. Excellent. Good. So we're pretty warmed up with that area. So now we're going to start with some weights. So I'm working today with 3-pound weights and 8 pounds. So depending on the exercise, I will vary between both weights. So just choose the weights that's good for you. I always recommend to have 2 weight sizes, just so that if it gets too easy or too tough, you can alternate. Okay, so we're going to start by doing some like a combo of bicep curls and then pressing over your head. Okay, so for these, I'm going to take 5 pounds. So it's up to you what you want to choose. So you always want to have a good stance, like stable. So you want your feet to be hip-width distance apart, really grounding your feet into the floor. And then try to keep always your abs engaged. And this will always protect your lower back. You want to keep the shoulders down and a nice long and straight back. Now from here, we're just going to turn our weight so your palms are facing up, and we're going to just bring into a bicep curl, and then turn your weights and touch the weights together, bring the weights down, touch your shoulders, and then flip the weights forward and come back down. Okay, so just like this, touch, and like this. And always be mindful of the movements in your body. So I find that when you focus on what you're doing and you really visualize the muscles working, it just gives you a better workout. It's like the muscles work harder when you focus on whatever movement you're doing. So just really focus so you're really present in your workout. So just keep it going. Try not to hold your breath. We often do that when we work out. So just breathe naturally. You can breathe either in and out through the nose or in and out through the mouth, whatever works for you. But just as long as you're not holding the breath. And again, you want to keep the body stable. So you don't want to rock forwards and back. So seen from the side, it's like this. So if you're finding that this is too easy, you can always pick up your heavier weight. And if it's a little too challenging, well then just go with a lighter weight. You're in control of your workout. Just a few more. Another thing to understand, especially if you're new at working out, if you want to work your muscles more, like you want to have bigger muscles, you should take heavier weights and do less reps. If you want the sleeker look, which I personally prefer, then you have lighter weight, but you do more reps. So it's all up to you and what kind of body that you want. So choosing the right option for you. Okay, so we'll just do 3 more. Last one here. Awesome. So from here, we're just going to stand with 2 weights in each hand. Again, you can switch your weights if you like. And we're going to slide the right weight down the leg and then bend the left elbow and bring it up as high as you can. So you're really sliding down as low as you can, lifting as high as you can, and then switch. And it's best to take your time to feel the movement rather than rushing in to the movement. So you're really feeling it and working it. So really try to get that elbow to bend and lift. And you're keeping your core engaged, again, to support your lower back. You can even do this without the weights if it's a little too much. There are always options. Just do 3 more on each side. Excellent. Good. And then just drop the shoulders. You can actually drop your weights if you want, or put your weights down if you want. Shake out your hands if you like. We're going to already go into the other exercise. We don't really take many breaks per se, but we just go very gently from one movement to the next. So this one is going to really work the deltoid, this muscle here of your arms. So you want to push the shoulders down, keep the abs engaged, and then rise, and then bring down. Okay, so push down and lift. So always very controlled movements. I find that with this exercise, you want to go with the lower weight because it's not easy when you lift your arms laterally. So you don't want to have any injuries, so always respect what feels right in your body. So what I like to do sometimes too is just pause and then lower. Pause, lower. Just keep it going. You can even try to squeeze the shoulder blades a little more when you do this. Starting to get toasty. I don't know about you, but I can sure feel it. We'll just do 5 more. Last one. Awesome. Good job, guys. Excellent. So from here, we're going to be taking the weights forwards. Again, you can switch up the weights if you like. I kind of like staying with this size for now. It's perfectly fine for me. So we're going to be taking the arms forwards. So what I recommend is to keep a gentle bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. And seen by the side here, okay, you want to keep the shoulders down and just bringing your arms forwards, not higher than this, and then lower. It's very important to keep the belly engaged. Try to keep the shoulders soft. So you don't want to feel that your shoulders are coming all the way up to your ears, creating tension. So you always want to push the shoulders down. And just gently lifting and lowering with control. And I like this movement. I find that it creates nice round shoulders, like very defined. You can also just do one at a time if you prefer, just to change it up. I kind of prefer doing both at once. Just giving you a little options just to mix it up. So give me 5 more of these. Last one. Awesome. So just putting your weights down, shaking it out if you like, and we're just going to stretch it out a bit. So inhale, taking the arms up, just get a nice stretch, bringing your palms to touch, and really reach up. Good, and then from here, we're going to take our hands to our heart, and we just interlace the fingers behind our back, and gently push the shoulders down and hug the shoulder blades closer together. Okay, so like this. You want to keep softness in the knees. You can take your feet just a little wider, and then we're going to hinge at the hips. So you can bend your knees, especially if you don't have the flexibility in your legs. You can bend the knees and just let your head drop, and then start to reach your arms overhead. So you feel that the crown of your head is stretching down and your arms are reaching up. So you can either have your abdomen resting on your thighs, or if you're a little more supple, you can extend the legs a little more. So nice straight legs, and then go into a deeper version. Really relax your head. And then we'll just let our hands release, holding onto the elbows and just really pressing your head down. And we're going to sway from one leg to the other. Good. And then see if you can bring your hands on the floor. And then from here, we're just going to come down into a kneeling position. Actually, it's called a tabletop position. So your hands are right under your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. And we're going to pick up our weights. So for this, I like to take the higher weight, but you can take whatever one you like. So we just need one. So you want that hand under the right shoulder, and the left weight is in your left hand. And we're going to just take the weight up and down. Take it up and down. So what this does, it works your lats, and it works often what us women don't like is what we call the bra fat. So that's going to come and tone that. Of course, keep in mind that you know, we all have the muscles. Sometimes there's just a little layer of fat. So for sure, you need more cardio integrated in your workout to burn the fat. And then once you start doing training with weights, then it's going to come and tone that muscle. Okay, so always keep that in mind. You can't spot reduce. You can tone once you've lost the fat. So just keep it going. So you want to really try to keep your elbow close to your rib cage as you bring the weight up and down. You can inhale up, exhale down. Always moving with control. Just 5 more. Awesome. And just put your weight, just put it away. And we're just going to stretch between both sides. So spreading your fingers wide, you're going to curl the toes underneath, and we're just going to lift the hips into a downward facing dog. So try to relax your head. And again, if your hamstrings are tight, you can have a bend in the knees, and you really want to push into your hands. Your head is relaxed, you can shake it out. And we'll take the knees back down. And we're ready to do the other side. So grabbing your weight into the right hand, left hand is under your shoulder, and we're going to inhale and lift, and exhale lower. So make sure your weight is right under your shoulder, and you're keeping the weight close to your body. Inhale to lift, exhale to release. Just 5 more on this side. Excellent. And back to downward facing dog. So you can always walk in place. It's always a nice stretch for the hamstrings, the backs of your legs. And if you want to work a little harder, we're going to just bring the knees to almost touch the floor, and then pressing your heels down towards the floor. So knees almost touching, and then heels towards the floor. And don't worry if your heels don't touch the ground. It will happen once you get a little more flexible. So just working towards it. Awesome. Good, and then from here we'll walk our hands towards the feet at the back of the mat. And inhale into a flat back. And then from here, just coming all the way up. Awesome. Good. So from here, we're also going to work our glutes and our legs. So taking perhaps the heavier weight, and from here, we're going to take the feet out a little wider, and we're going to turn our toes out to the sides, and making sure that when you do this posture, the weight is in your heels. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our elbows to bend, going to take our seat back, Go down as far as it's good for you. Come up, bring the weights together to touch, and then squat down. Inhale up, exhale down. And just continue this movement. Seen by the side is like this. You want to make sure that you're really putting your butt back and then up. Keeping your back rather straight, and you're feeling the weight in your heels. So it's okay if you can't go down as low. If you just want to be here, that's fine. Just slowly working into it, or to go down lower. So make sure you're breathing. Inhale up, exhale down. Just 5 more. Two more, we're almost there. Perfect. So just putting your weights down. So what we're going to work now are the tricep muscles. So the muscles in back of the arms. Excuse me. So there are different ways to work those muscles. What we're going to do is just come into a kneeling position, taking your bigger weight, and we're going to grab it with both hands. Just put it in back of you. So notice how my elbows are bent. So from here, we're going to straighten the arms and then bend. Straighten and bend. So seen from the side. So you're not really moving your arms. You're just straightening and bending, keeping them always in the same line. It's also working your upper back. Feels really nice to work these muscles. So 5 more of these. Good. Awesome. So from here, just taking your hands interlaced behind your back once again. Pull the shoulder blades together. Lift the arms towards the back. Just try to reach up, reach back, and release. And you can shake it out. Good, and we're going to do some push-ups now. Push-ups, not everyone likes them, but my little recommendation is try to embrace push-ups because it really is a full body workout. And sometimes if you're pressed for time, you can just do push-ups and you'll feel so much better. It's like they rejuvenate you and they don't take long. You don't need any equipment. You can practice these in your hotel room, anywhere pretty much. So remember also that there are options, because a lot of people say, I can't do push-ups. But trust me, if you start, eventually you'll even be able to do a full push-up. You can start on your knees and just get your strength, and eventually you'll be able to do it. Because I wasn't able to do push-ups, and now there's no problem. So if I can do it, you sure can do it. Okay, so for push-ups, what's important is alignment, so to have the proper form. So, I mean, some people will say, I do tons of push-ups, but if it compromises your form, it's best that you do less, but with good form. Okay, so I will show you the right positioning. Your hands are right under the shoulders, and your legs are extended, and your belly is tight. So this is what ends up happening, is a lot of people let their hips dip, and it creates what we call a banana back. And that's not good, because you're going to end up straining your back. So you want to lift the lower belly. Now another thing that's important is you want to push your heels back. So see how now my knees are bent, and now I'm lifting the backs of my knees up, and I'm pushing my heels as if they were into a wall. That creates a really powerful positioning for your push-up. Okay, so you want to feel really powerful, and last but not least, you want to push away from the floor. So you're really, really feeling strong here. Good. So if this is too much, this is when you can just lower the knees down. Okay, so from here, when we do our push-ups, you want to maybe bring your hands a little bit wider, and your elbows are going to sway out to the sides, and you're going to bring your chest down and push up. Chest down and push up. So for sure it's a lot in the chest. So having the knees on the floor will make it much easier. Okay, so seen from the side. So you're bringing your knees down, elbows out, and push. Try to keep your neck long. And remember, especially to breathe. Okay, so when you exhale, you push up. You inhale, you come down. Some people like doing the opposite. As long as you breathe, I find when sometimes if you put too much importance on exactly how you breathe, then you lose the power to breathe. So just breathe, and eventually it will all come to you. Okay, so remember, if you want to go into the full push-ups, you're extending through the heels, coming down. So just give me 5 more. Good, and then from here we're going to sit back on our heels. We're going to bring the knees a little wider, and we're going to come into what we call a child's pose in yoga. Okay, so just let your head drop to the floor, or you can place your head on your fist. So one fist on top of the other, and just bring your forehead onto your fists. And this is a really nice stretch for your lower back. So you want to try to really lengthen. So you're sitting back on your heels, and you're walking your hands to the front. So that way you get a nice stretch. And then slowly coming up. And we're just going to extend the legs forwards. Flexing the feet. Keeping the belly engaged. And we're going to inhale and just reach the arms up. And imagine you have a big beach ball on your thighs. So you want to reach up and over the beach ball. So you want to come up, reach up and over. And it's okay if you need to bend the knees here. Okay, so bending the knees is quite okay. It's perfectly okay. And you just want to press the shoulders down and reach your heart forwards. And in time, you'll be able to maybe straighten the legs a little more and just let yourself go here. Take a few deep, powerful breaths. Slowly coming back up. Good. And there you have it. You made it through your workout with some stretches. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel a little stronger, a little more powerful. And I hope to see you again soon. So subscribe to my channel if this is the kind of workout you like. This was more of a, I would say, beginner's workout. There'll be more. There'll be also some yoga. This is my first real fitness weights workout. So as you probably know, I'm a yoga instructor, so I'm more used to the yoga, but I thought it'd be nice to just, you know, bring a little bit of everything into this channel, so where you can just come and feel good on your mat. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a beautiful rest of your day. So now it looks like Benny's a little more awake, but he's still, you know, he's a pretty chill dog. So take care, guys, and see you soon. All right? Have a good rest of your day. All right. Bye now.